it! Computer. Pop out stream dashboard. Just close this because I don't know what this means. I'm on my new computer and there's a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to do the best that I can in getting myself acclimated to all these things. It has been so long since I had a laptop for the past, I don't know, 5 years. I have done everything on a phone. For this, I've had an Android for 3 years, and I did everything on my Apple phone. And then things started to get serious, and so I was like, I need a laptop. I can't keep functioning like this without a laptop. So I have it. Last week when I was here, I was trying to. I was like, where's the camera? Why is it not streaming? I'm looking right at it. Well, there's a little slide thing on there now. Tell you how long it's been since I had a computer. You used to have to put a little piece of tape on there. Now there's just a little slide thing. Hi, Marianne from Florida. I just came back. Where are you? I just came back from Polk County, but I was in Hollywood for a while. I have this hat on. It's got to come off. I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm ready for the Kentucky Derby tomorrow. Now, did you see it? Good, because it's going. John said, do you want to bet on the Kentucky Derby? I'm like, yeah, show me how to do it. Here I'm showing. I was like, you know what? Give me, I want journalism. I want Sandman. And I want, where's my third one? Well, whatever. And I want a safety bet. He goes, I don't know what a safety bet is. Call your son. I'm like, a safety bet is when you can bet the trifecta and you can hit it 6 different ways. So much for. He's like, I don't have time to explain this to him. I'm like, all right, I'll look it up myself. And that's what I did. Where's the camera? I'm always used to looking over here because on my phone, this is where the camera is. Anyway, I got the phone. The phone's right here because Dreamer Designs dropped their Dreamer Diary. Who has the Dreamer Diary? Hey! We have started working on May diamond painting events. Are you with Mermaids and Magic? Which one are you doing? This is Jules and Lorraine. Diamond painting and Legos, which is amazing. The Legos are amazing. So I think this is kind of like on slow-mo. Can I change that? I'm afraid to touch anything. I'm afraid I'm going to lose you guys. I don't know. Anyway, so I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to test my Dreamer Design Dreamer Diary. So if you got the, hello, hi, Gabrielle's in the house. Oh, not far from Jacksonville. I had a restaurant in Jacksonville. Oh, I don't know either one of those. Can you guys see the chat or should I be reading them? It's the first time I'm doing this on my computer. Lorraine is in Mayflowers. Oh, Mayflowers. Is that Anthony and Mia? And Jules is in Just Breathe. I want that be in that one. What's Just Breathe? Oh my God, I need that so bad. So if you got the newsletter, then you have the Dreamer Design Diaries. They're giving it to you for 2 weeks free. And I thought, I'm going to test this out with us here. And I forget who asked me last week. They said, I want to see your stash. So I got my room together again. I'm still working on this room. And I piled everything in the corner. And I was like, what are you doing? It was like 3 minutes to 7. I'm like, what are you doing? You have to get in that corner to get all your boxes out. So all my boxes that were laying in that corner, I dug them all out for you guys. Don't say I don't love you, because it was like playing Jenga. I was pulling them out from the bottom because the top was so, I don't even know anymore. Somebody please tell me where the planets are. Please tell me where the planets are and what is going on. I feel like everything over the past 2 days has just been like, a booby trap. Everything that I touch it's just been like yesterday I was like, I give up. I'm waving the flag. I do have videos that I did, and I have a special video for my members. It's coming out at 7 a.m. tomorrow Eastern time. I'm doing something new. I'm scheduling. And oh, I don't think I did the second one. I think the second one is still on my phone. What's that one about? Oh my God, I have no idea. Let me check. What did I do? Okay, well, I'm on the projects right now, but I'll tell you how this morning went. This morning went, now I want you all to, I did not put any makeup on at all. I mean, I didn't retouch any makeup from 5 o'clock this morning, maybe 7 o'clock this morning. I can't remember. But I'm in the bathroom. I'm brushing my teeth. You know, I had just gotten dressed out of the shower, got dressed. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm combing my hair. I'm getting ready to put my makeup on. And I see this shirt. You guys know I love my t-shirts. I haven't worn this. I bought it a while ago. It says, "Don't be a lady." And as I'm brushing my teeth, I see the word don't. Don't. I'm like, don't be a lady. And I see be a legend. And I'm like, what kind of message is this? Don't be a lady, be a legend. And put Stevie Nicks on there? And Stevie Nicks was a lady and a legend. And then then I looked at the rest of the shirt and it said that Stevie Nicks said it. Where's my finger? And I'm like, Stevie Nicks did not say this. This is while I'm brushing my teeth. This is what's going around in my brain. Me is for Lorraine, and Jules Diamonds and Dragonflies. Host Heather, I don't know Diamond and Dragonflies, but I will check it out. Hi, Mimi Crabs. Nice to meet you. Where are you from, Mimi Crabs? If you want to say, you don't have to. Diamond, one of our favorite bands. Diamonds and Dragonflies. Feel like I'm on Jeopardy. But I'm like, no way Stevie Nicks. I'm like, no. Well, I got the whole anthology. Is it a musicology with Stevie Nicks and Fleetwood Mac, and back when it was just Stevie, when it was just Buckingham and Nicks. Oh my God. So I'm brushing my teeth. I'm like, I'm looking this up right now. Now I got the phone in my hand. No coffee. I didn't have my daily dose yet. And I'm just screwy. And I'm like, I'm going to put the selfie stick in the bathroom while I put my makeup on. I eventually made the connection, Fleetwood Mac. And I looked this up. Stevie didn't say this. So you know what's going to happen? If I had a black magic marker right now, I'm writing this don't. Everything is backwards. I'm writing don't. I'm erasing that off of there. Because Stevie Nicks did not say that. Stevie Nicks had her, we all know the problems that Stevie had. But Stevie was always a lady. She wasn't running around like some of these girls are today, half dressed. No way. She was under like a ton of gauze and lace and fabric. And she was always a lady. So I'm taking that off. She never said that. She never said that. When they said that this is probably because she was saying that she had her own unique style, that she was a lady and a legend. I don't know where they got the dough from, but I don't like that. But you see how easily we're fooled that someone would think that Stevie Nicks said that. It is when I hear one Fleetwood Mac song, that is it. I am in a Fleetwood Mac mood all day long, just all day long. There's some great channels on YouTube. I love anything that has to do. Hi, Middle Tennessee. Yummy. I have friends in Tennessee. And John and I are looking to travel, and we do want to get out that way. But Mimi, were you with me when I went on my adventure to Florida? My husband's like, next time just fly and I'll meet you there. I'm like, no, I'm not leaving you alone. Forget it. I can't let you out the front door. All right. I wish I had it in front of me. Well, it's going to be in the video. You're going to see it in the video. My cousin Michael got me hooked on Daily Dose. We're both coffee fanatics. I am such a coffee fanatic that I opened my own cafe. It's something that I wanted to do from when I was 13 years old. I opened my own cafe. Okay, so now cousin Michael loves Starbucks, and he collects the Starbucks mugs. I don't know if they still do them, that are from all over the world. And he's like, when he would get up in the morning, he'd go like, where do you want to visit today? You want to visit like Portugal? You want to go to Brazil? And I was like, Michael, you really love those mugs. I'm like, I have like 3 of them. 2 of them are from Italy, and one of them is from New York. He's like, I would crawl over glass for the ones from Italy. I'm like, they're yours. I'll send them to you. So glad to be back and to catch you live. Hi, Karen. Oh, I'm sorry. But I'm so glad that you're turning the corner for the better. I was just looking at my members today, and I was like, how do I get in touch with my members that I haven't? Hello, Star. You had 2 of my favorite friends on, Jules in the Rain, and I missed it. I missed the live. Did you do a replay? I forgot what I was talking about. What was that? Somebody tell me what I was talking about. Oh, so I opened a cafe. And so I'm going to send these to Michael. Now, my husband has just retired from the post office. He spent 27 years there. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, oh, Karen, I'll keep you in my prayers, but I'm so glad you're back. And I was actually looking at my member list, and I'm like, some people just want to be a member and they don't want to be called out. They just want to like hang out in the background. That's cool. That's fine. I know. My girlfriend was carried out of a restaurant with a bowel obstruction, and one of my old bosses, she was a nurse, and nurses are tough, man. She just was working with this pain, and her bowel was obstructed. Oh my God, so painful. Oh, I'm so glad you're on the mend, Karen. Star, if you don't know Star, please go to Starlight Starbright 70 and check out Star. I don't know how I found you. I landed on you one day, and I was so amazed at your graphic design work, your beautiful voice, your singing, your music. Oh my God, you do it all. Oh my God. But it's such a cool channel. And sometimes I just put Star on in the background because you have your Bible readings and all that you do. And I just love having uplifting people that are positive, that have a good message. And I'll have that on in the background. And I'm just like, just chillaxing. I have to wait 45 seconds to post a message, so I better behave. This is on slow-mo. This is the first time on my computer. And I think I'm going to be calling Carlos. I was in the hospital for a week, then fainted when I got home. Broke 2 ribs. A week later, broke my left arm. Surgery with 2 plates, PT, then a cold. I'm done. I used to say, I'm so lucky I never broke a bone. And then I broke a leg and an ankle. It's terrible, because then you have to depend on people, and and then COVID, ugh, I don't even know how I never left the house. I don't know how I got COVID. I never left the house. Yes, prayers for Karen. Everybody send Karen some good healing light and energy. I believe, because I have felt the effects of people praying for me. So, oh wow, Karen, I can't believe you just divulged your age, because I thought that you were like in your 50s. I can't believe that. Yeah. So that's why I was saying, oh, I could do stuff here. Oh my gosh. You guys, I am afraid to touch anything. So, I really have to do this like with somebody privately. All right, let me see what happens. Does something happen? You're going to be dancing soon, Karen. That's for you. Yeah, see yourself in perfect health. And I do believe in see it. If you can see it, you can believe it, and you know, just keep positive things, read positive things, watch positive things, and just take this time to heal and catch up on all this. And if you could catch up on things that you can't, and you're, I don't know where you are, Karen, but we're getting ready for the end of spring and beginning of summer, and so just take a deep inhale and exhale, and just know that you are so strong to have gone through all that. Thank you, Karen. I'm sure you've missed your diamond painting too. Yeah. I think when I broke my tibia, and then it was like dental surgery. I don't know what the heck was going. COVID, dental surgery, broke my tibia, and I just no, you're not behind. You're right where you need to be. I just sat on my recliner and I was like, there is nothing I can do. I can't control this other than control myself. And I'm just not going to worry. I'm not going to worry about what I can't do. I'm going to redirect my energy into what I can do that, that I could do on my own, or I can get into something new. I got back into my audio books, which has been really interesting. And I'm still with them, because usually I'm like a hot potato, like, I think we all have. I mean, this is what I love about my member section, is that it's a smaller community. And I mean, I don't think I can let my hair down any more than I do, but I absolutely do in my, in my members section, which is what you guys are going to find out tomorrow when you see me in my bathroom, debating this whole thing with Stevie Nicks. Oh, they do. And you know what? This is an interesting thought when you say things come in three. Years ago, I used to study A Course in Miracles, and Marianne Williamson was like the leader in A Course in Miracles and deciphering this. And I'm not into that anymore. But she would always say that when you are having a season, okay, that it is in threes. And it is, she related it back to the dying, being buried, and resurrecting again. That's the three. It's a death of an old you buried, and reblooming into a new light. And you do. I mean, we're all going to be different people when we turn this thing off. When I end this stream, what did Alice say? I knew who I was this morning, but I've changed a few times since then. I think it had to do with those crazy containers from Diamond Dots. I know I'm a little behind, but I'm catching up in chat. Oh, I was just going to say Mimi's in Tennessee. Karen, you're in Texas. But that's the way, when I think of things in threes, that's the way I think about it. I think about, you go through that crucifixion stage, and then it dies off, and then you resurrect into something new. That's the way I like to look at it now, as always rewording things in my mind and passing it over. But New Jersey's better. What is different in Texas? Well, Texas, would imagine it's huge. I think my nephew moved out to Texas. I think that's where, I don't know if he's in Texas or Tennessee. I don't know. But I know that's somewhere that Johnny wants to go. As I was telling you, when you want to do something, do it yourself. My husband was with the post office for 27 years. And so I want to send these mugs to my cousin. My husband, I said, Johnny, when you go out, get me a box, because I really want to Every thunderstorm is a major weather event. That's like living in Florida. You know, every major blowing of the wind is like a hurricane. But yeah, and frightening. I think thunderstorms are frightening. I mean, I'm like GI Joe. I just hit the deck. I got caught in a thunderstorm when I lived in Florida, and it was pretty scary. I had my son with me, and he was little, and we ducked into an alcove, and I literally saw lightning hit a table up around a pool and pick it up and throw it in the pool. But I said to Johnny, get me a box while you're out so I can send these mugs to cousin Michael and ship them off. You guys in the member section are going to see this tomorrow. Wait, oh no, that's the video I still have to edit yet. I guess I'll be doing that before I go to bed. But the video that my members are getting is me in the bathroom with the makeup. And then later on, I found where the camera was on here, and I was like, I want to send a message out to my members. I was looking at you guys, and I was thinking about how do I contact everyone. Even maybe sometimes people just don't want to talk, but I wanted to send a message out to you guys because Johnny would read to us while we diamond paint it, and I wanted to know if he still wanted to do that. If not, I have to change that, like in my members, like what you guys have. And there was a few other things I was going through, but then Johnny walked in, so Johnny's going to start reading again with the members. And he walked in with this box. I'm like, what's in the box? He's like, oh, breakfast. I'm like, oh, okay. Then I thought about it, and I'm like, Johnny, that's not the box that you brought me home to pack cousin Michael's mugs in, is it? And he's like, well, yeah. I'm like, it's a produce box. It's got holes in it. Oh my God. Wait till you see this video. We're from Canada and have separate seasons, winter too long. Yeah. I love a change of seasons. When I lived in Florida and Josh was little and every day was summer, he loved it. But I did miss a change of seasons. And it was unbearably hot today. Johnny is never hot. I think it's from working outside for so many years. I've lived in Tennessee, is that Missouri, Kentucky, and Oklahoma. Wow. Talk about tornadoes. I would love to go to Oklahoma. I want to see it. That's one of the places I want to see. I want to see Oklahoma. So Johnny's never hot. It was unbearable here in Philly today. It had to be 90. It had to be 90. Yep. Yep. Canadian Diamond Dot Witch is also from Canada. I was hoping she would pop in because this is her. If you see Canadian Diamond Dot Witch, that's her face. This chick right here. Chosen, it looks just like her. All she needs is headphones, and it would be her. So she made the wall last night. And yeah, and who Tracy is in Canada. A lot of I said this last week. A lot of you guys are in Canada. All right. Who has Dreamer Designs, Dreamer Diaries? You are well traveled. I'm going to scan a box and see what this Dreamer Designs, because they give you, if you had their newsletter, they were telling you that they have the app. And I have Daydreamer by Curtis Reikovich out. She's a mermaid for Mermaids and Magic. And this is Melanie from Diamonds and Dogs, who is the host of Mermaids and Magic. Oh my God, Mimi. We're probably going to have one too because it was so hot. The humidity is horrible. Do you guys hear my air conditioner in the background? I meant to ask you guys because it is just so hot. And I was like, let me just cool the room down, then turn it off. But then it just got unbearably hot in here again. but I could probably maybe turn it off now if you guys hear it. Why? Ready for your next diamond painting? Okay, no, we're not going shopping. Dreamer Designs. So if you have the newsletter, yeah, it had to be. It had to be where you're at too, in Long Island. It was so hot today, and I love going out for my walk around my park, being that I've always been um I've always been a baseball girl, and I love neighborhood baseball. And I did a walk and talk, but then I didn't put it up because I don't know. I'm kind of like ish with the content. Um and but the baseball games, what is what this Dreamer Designs has an app. It's called Dreamer Diaries. And if you have their newsletter, check your email and you will get 2 weeks free to try it out. I want to get the she shed from them. It's on my next list. Who's doing that? Somebody's doing that. Who is it? Is it, wait a minute. It's either Queen of Diamonds or I don't know if it's Lizette. They might be doing it. And so then what you're supposed to do is there's a barcode and you scan this. You scan your box. So I'm going to scan one that I unboxed. It is another one of my, it's another Curtis Rekovich, and it's winter. Because most of my girls are winter. Crimson, lilac. I have the Ice Queen, Snow Queen, and now I have her. So hello, Missile Sparkles in the Woods. I downloaded the app and started using it. It was one of 5 people who won a 6-month trial. I started entering today. Wow. Oh, maybe I saw it from Lorraine She Shed. That's really cute. Wow. Do you like the app, Melissa? I'm getting ready to do my first scan. Maybe it was Jules and Lorraine. Maybe Lorraine unboxed it. She has it. Okay, let me do this scan. I'm so curious, and I waited for you guys. So, no projects. Projects. Sort by. Not started. No, how do I do this? Complete it. Leaderboard. Shuffle. There's a shuffle on here if you don't know what you want to do next, and your projects are logged. You can shuffle, and they'll pick one for you. Sorry. Home. This is just saying projects not, oh wait. Okay, my profile, leaderboard. Well, it says active. All right. Where am I here? Do I not? I remember seeing a barcode on the front. Yeah, Jules just said Lorraine has it. Oh, hello. There's a little cross on the top that says like add. All right, upload design image. All right, here's the barcode. While using the app. Yeah, I just, oh, here it is. Let's scan it. Let's see what happens. Start scanning. Okay, so she came up. You're probably not going to be able to see it, but this picture just came up of the scan. This is who? What is her name? Quiet Snow. Okay, and so here's what it says. Design, Quiet Snow, artist Curtis Rekovich, brand Dreamer Designs, your canvas width 60, height by 80, round diamond, thank God, number of colors 56, 1 AB, no glow, no crystal, no dreamer dust, 61,204 drills, start date not happening, end date, extra notes, submit this project to the leaderboard to qualify for prizes. So will end on June 30th. So you only put things on the leaderboard that you started. Is that correct? Sparkles. Sparkles, where'd you go? So I'm going to add it. So all my information is on there. Bye, Mimi. So it's created to be much easier for Dreamer Designs. It won't upload with missing info. So if you don't know draw number, for instance, you have to look it up. Okay, so is this just for Dreamer Designs? Because I took other kits out that are from different companies. Because it is asking project hasn't started, click the timer to start. No, it even has the price that it currently is. Oh, have fun babysitting. I hope they're little tiny little babies. Hey, Crispy. Hi, Crispy. My members are all showing up. Thank you, members. I miss you guys. So now that is so cute. Can you guys? You probably can't. Maybe if I lower my brightness, you'll be able to see her. Ah. Okay. Oh, there she is. And the information is on there. Happy Friday, Raccoon Eyes. How are you? I just saw you somewhere. Where was I? I was in somebody. Are you doing Mermaids and Magic? Maybe that's where I saw you. Or I saw you over at Rich's. Slow-mo, this is the first time I'm using my computer. And it does say slow-mo is on here. And I wish I knew how to change it because I would. Yeah, I know. I'm just, goofy. But I do like that I have a project now scanned, and then I could take this and put it on the side. And I can't scan Daydreamer because wait, I don't have the box. I have a box for Daydreamer, and that's one that I started. Well, I do have my diamond painting journal, and I might still do that because you never know what's going to happen with an app. It's going to crash. Something's going to happen. But I do like. Wait a minute. You're involved in all these events. Mermaids, Mrs. Butterd. I know you like Mrs. Butterd. Asian, Diamonds in the Rough. How cute, Diamonds in the Rough. Ivy Dollamore. It's too much. Good thing I've been laid off. You'll be occupied. I want to see if this is going to scan a different company. So I have talk about Diamonds in the Rough. This is my Michael's. This little baby looks just like my little Honor. Exactly. All right, let's see. This is a Michael's kit. I would imagine that they were only really going to be interested in their own kids. So let's add a project. Barcode. Let's see what it does with Michael's. Invalid barcode scanner or no. Did it say? Or no related product found. So there you go. Lazy retired granny finished she shed a while ago. Oh, well, that's good. Mermaid bedroom can go for 3 events. That's great. That's smart. Who's texting me, Josh? My son wants me because, it was so funny. My son doesn't understand my trifecta pick. I guess Mermaid is Ivy Dollamore. Okay. Everybody's worried about the Kentucky Derby tomorrow. I'm over here. I'm in a meeting. I'm busy. I'm in a meeting. Stop talking to me about the trifecta. And now I lost my Dreamer Diary. DREA, Dreamer Diaries. Okay. So I would imagine it's just going to take Dreamer Designs. Start scanning. Okay. Who do I have here? Now this one I might destash. Yeah, I really, where do you guys find event information? Is there anyone that is just keeping track of multiple events? There was one girl, I knew about last year, but then she fell off the face of the map, and then every now and again she posts something. Mermaids and Magic. So I am actually using my Mrs. Buttered Halloween bedroom for Mermaids and Magic also. I have to get back on Facebook. I was up waiting for the code word for, you have to snap a picture. And I'm like, where is everybody? It's 9 o'clock. I'm on the East Coast. They're on the West Coast. That's where they are. So I want to destash. Be a little artsy with Mrs. Butter, Mermaids and Magic, and the Ancient DP. Okay. So does anybody know a good destash, or where you can find something that you're looking for on Facebook? Because there's a lot of groups and I want to have a group that I trust. Because I think I joined a lot of them, but I don't know that I'm going to do this one, and I might put her up for a destash. Tiger Heart. I forget who did Tiger Heart. I think it was Kirby Diamond Paints. Autocorrect messed that up. Okay. One of my members did this, and she was like, I couldn't wait till it was done. I think it was Yvonne. This is Tiger Heart, and I think I wanted to stash her. Or sometimes I give my paintings away. Simona Candini, I was really looking for. Slasher DP Stash are the two groups that I trust. Okay, DAC D Stash and Slasher. I joined Slash Your Stash, so I think I'm going to just put my stuff up. Because I did hear horror stories about. I'm not working on that one, so I can't. Now I wonder. Now I'm going to add a project because I am working on. What's her face? Daydreamer. Let's see. It says search for a project. No, you can't do it that way. It's going to look for. So let's see. Upload an image. Add media. Gallery. I do have an image of Daydreamer. Where'd she go? There she is. Design. Now my son wants to text me. Design. Daydreamer. Artist. Curtis. Rajkovic. Hopefully not everybody can see my son's chat. Brand. Dreamer Design. So you really do have to put everything in. Dreamer Design. So if you have their email, if you're on their list, they'll give you this for 2 weeks free. And then I think the next 30 days is $1. And then after that, it's $7.99 a month. And being that I can't put other people in, I don't know that I'm going to go for that. I'm going to submit this to the leaderboard, but then they want all this information. I don't have it. I have it on my desk. It's underneath me, but I don't have it. I almost had a breakdown doing this kiddo. What are your dimensions? Where are you? It's like always in the last corner. 60 by 80. Oh, shape is square. So let me ask you something, Melissa. How do you feel about the new square drill field? Mercari is another site that does DSash, but not sure if they have a Facebook group. Okay. Special diamonds, there's 5. There's no glow, there's no crystal, there's no dreamer dust. Enter the amount of diamonds. I don't know, 70,000. The price, I don't know. The last 2 were $64.99. We'll put that on there. Start date is May the 2nd. Okay. End date. There's no end date yet. Okay. Add. That's how I'm doing it. I made up numbers. I just wanted to get it on there. Canvas start, canvas finish. All right, we're not going to do that right now. So that's it. I'm going to sit here. I have a lot of Dreamer Design canvases. I can't believe how many I have. I have one Distracted by Diamonds. I have one big Michaels. Do I not have anything from anybody else? I actually have not completed any DD yet. I have about 8 kits. Maybe I'm aware of the problem though, so I don't purchase squares before November 24th. You know, everybody was so hot to get canvases after November 24th because we were all so curious about this drill field. And let me tell you, I love Ivan Valikovic, and my hand was hurting so badly. My hand was so tense trying to get even single placing drills, trying to get them in. It hurt so bad. I had a pain up in my arm into my shoulder. I'm like, I wish I could just say, I'm not finishing this canvas, but I love Vision of the Past because it's a bedroom and it reminds me so much of my bedroom from my old home in Philly. And it reminds me of when I lived in New York. And I would always say the only way I would sell my house in Philly is if I could be in 2 places at one time. And that painting actually reminds me of being in Philly and being in New York. And I love it. And I love the way it's turning out. But I'm going to start taking 5x5 sections. And if that's the way it's got to go, that's the way it's got to go. 5 centimeter by 5 centimeter, because 10 by 10, by the time I'm done one section, I'm freaking out. And I don't hear any other creator. I know Anthony from Single and Placing did a Ivan Valikovic, and he did it. I think it was last train to Tokyo. And I think he said that there was still gapping. And I was like, is that after November 24th? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build small sections. I'm going to just do small sections because before I develop something that helps me with confetti and for my members, I'm not just like putting I was not planning on doing a makeup tutorial or going down the road of but let me tell you, my education in makeup does come into play with diamond painting, believe it or not. It's a beautiful canvas. And before I had a method to do confetti, I wouldn't even go near it. It would give me such anxiety. And I did a canvas where there was 2 huge blocks of confetti. All the rest was really just color blocking. And when I got up from the chair, I was like literally shaking. I went into the kitchen. I think I made a cup of coffee. I came back and then I was like, oh, this is why everybody loves confetti. But I have to break this code into how do you do confetti and not lose your mind. And so I have a method that goes back to today. I was talking about makeup and I was using the same theory that I use in diamond painting. It's doing shade and light. And it's the same thing in art. It's shade and light. This at one time, if you watch Curtis Reikovich, if you go to Instagram and you watch him draw, go look at the one that he did for Marie, when he literally sketched out Marie. And then he begins adding color. And then his shade and his light. And then after the shade and the light, that's it. Like here's where your light's coming in. Here's where my shade's coming in. When you break down a confetti canvas like that, it makes confetti so much easier. And, I have to find a way to now. How do you deal with tight drills? Do you do it with a tweezer? Well, if you love confetti, like some people do, they just want to dot one at a time. 80s chick with glasses like that. She does big confetti diamond paintings. I don't know if she does them as big as Lizette, but she likes she likes that challenge. And this is what's so fascinating to me with this art form is where someone else would pull their hair out. For her, it is very calming that she does a diamond painting that's so big and so much confetti, and there's no colored symbols. It's just black and white. You're like Mia. I've seen Mia pick up her tweezer and then put it down. I've seen Jade start a section with a tweezer, especially if it's a border, because then she feels as though her lines flow a little bit more evenly. Wow. I don't know. I'm going to try. I'm always looking to challenge myself. So I am going to try next time I take out Curtis Reykjavik, and that will be my content. We're only using a tweezer. It is good for pacing. It is good for slowing down. And that's what I love about Vision of the Past, is that it's like you are not going to be diamond painting the way that you like to diamond paint. This is going to be where you need to just slow down and pace yourself. Now I'm getting too cold in this room. I have to go turn that air conditioner off. It must be, the temperature goes from like 95 to 60 in Philadelphia. It's crazy. Okay. So maybe if it gets hot again, I'll turn it on, but I doubt it. To make sure I didn't knock my lemonade over. What are we saying? Me too. It's like having lobster claws. Using the tweezer. I just got up to turn my AC on. I've had my own for a while. Oh my God, so hot in here. Yeah, I mean, I don't diamond paint for speed. I don't diamond paint to get done fast. I think some people are just naturally quick. I don't think that Katie even realizes how quick she is. She diamond paints quick. Lizette too. I don't know how Lizette does it. I don't know. I want her to come on. I want Lizette to come on, and I want her to be a part of some kind of creative process get together that we can have, where we learn a little bit about her process. I am a member of Lizette's, and she very every, like, it's not, she doesn't show you how she diamond paints. She'll show you her progress. She'll tell you what's coming up, but she doesn't show you how she diamond paints. She'll show you her work area. She doesn't show you how she diamond paints. So I would love to see what her process is. She just did one video, or it might have been a past video that I saw of hers. Who was she doing? It wasn't the one with the diamond painting. That wasn't it. It was one of her girls. And it was one of her girls. And one thing that I noticed was that she's a scream. Lizette is a scream. She's so wonderful. I just love when she holds a painting. Like, she'll be sitting on her sofa holding up a painting and going, look, she's behind it. Look, guys, look at this. Look at this. Look. Reminds me so much of my father. My father used to do that all the time. Look. But she was, who was it? She just finished a diamond painting. It was one of her girls. And the row was not sectioned off. I noticed that. She just had it peeled back, and she did all the black all the way across. So she's doing like an outline, because if you're doing all the black, remember that's your shade, you're carving out your area where if you do all your black, you'll notice that you create like these little islands, these little sections that you can go in. So that's how I diamond paint now, confetti, the darkest color black. And then if you look around all the sections that are black, you're going to see that bordering the right and left side of your drills is going to be the next darkest color, because that's what shading is. That's what an artist is doing. He's using black, he's using navy blue, he's using gray, she. And then you'll see around that border is going to be probably 3799. It goes from like 310 to 3799. Pewter gray, very dark, or maybe 939, where it's that navy blue, black, or maybe it's coffee brown, ultralight, but all your shading is going to be bordering each other. And then you go to the next, the drill that you just put down, you go around that border and you're going to see the same colors over and over. And that's what makes confetti not so much of a let me pull my hair out, or you let me go lay down on the floor and catch my breath. She hinted slightly, showing her leftover drill projects. Well, that's the other thing. She does these big diamond paintings, and now she's making squares out of her extra drills. She's making like quilted squares. Like, I don't know what to do with my extra drills. So I'm going to take a pattern from a crochet book, and I'm going to make a square out of it. Well, I guess it's better than just putting them in little genie jars like I did. I would be going on to my next diamond painting project, but she's actually doing, I guess is it like a cross stitch conversion, if you're taking a pattern out of a book and then converting it over to a square. And that's something else I want to try. I want to get, blank pattern, what is it? Canvas paper for diamond painting. You can get them blank and you can create your own image that you want. They're so cool. It's so funny. I'm cleaning up my room and I just found my granny square book. Well, Lizette, you're being called. It's so funny. If I'm up at 3:00 in the morning, I'll turn on my computer and she's up. She's probably just making coffee and we get to chat a little bit. For all the diamond painting that Katie does at Diamonds and Washi, she has a cross stitch conversion. I don't know how many years she's been doing it, but it's huge. I wouldn't know where to put these diamond paintings at to work on them. They're so big. I don't have the space. There was another diamond painter, but she doesn't upload that much. And her, this is like 2 years ago. It was called, her diamond painting page is called A Dip in Time. And every now and again, she might show up on my page and say something. But I was like, I really liked her creative process, how she kitted up this diamond painting that she was going to do. But this is probably before, this was before I met Lizette. And I was like, oh, wow, she's doing a huge, it might have been Heaven and Earth diamond painting. And I'm so curious, like, how are you going to, forget it. I would have been in a corner mumbling to myself. I couldn't get 68 drills in containers the other day. I can't imagine doing 200 drills. Couldn't imagine it. But A Dip in Time is hers. I liked her name, her creator name, and I love the canvas that she was working on, but I don't know that she does a lot of uploads. Yeah, a temperature project. Is that something like that you do, whatever the temperature is outside? Kudos to her for finishing it. Kudos to her, because I remember her doing it. And I do remember early on, like 2 years ago, people were doing, there's another girl that she's got a really pretty voice too. And she does a lot of Heaven and Earth. And I think the last one that she was doing, she wasn't really happy about. It's not diamond painting something. I can't, begins with an A, and I want to say anonymous, but it's not her. I did cross stitch, counter cross stitch. I did my son's birth announcement. It was pretty big. It was probably as big as, she's down now, probably as big as the Winter Fox. Yeah, Katie's fabulous. She's got so much going on with Summer in the Masters. I was so shocked that she was doing it alone. but I think she said Anthony wants to have the summer off. And hi, Jay Lily. How are you? And I'm so like amazed that I think she's doing a retreat. She's doing something with masters. She's got a lot going on. I can't even imagine, because she must be pulled in so many different directions with all the commitments that she has. Just to diamond painting is a big commitment. There's nobody that's going to help you with that. I really have to catch up with Anthony. He's ending his channel at the end of the year. He started a new channel called Coaster Pursuit. Is it about diamond painting? I have about 4 that are what I think of as really big, and have only started one barely. I look at those 4 and wonder if I will finish in my lifetime. Tracy! All my Canadians are here, except for Canadian Diamond Dot Witch. When does an artist become a master? Come on. You're a master. Thank you, Jay Lee. No coasters. So, I feel sad about Anthony. No, it's about theme parks. He's really growing close to that community. Listen to his vlogs from the last couple of months. Melissa, we found out because it's kind of all right. Roller coasters. Okay, so Anthony, in one of his vlogs that he was doing, he was talking about, I'm at lunch and I'm listening to Elisa Marie Designs because I really like her vibe. I was like, what? I was sitting here time painting. I'm like, what? Everybody always throws me off when they mention my name, like Lizette or somebody. So he's like, I'm coming to Philadelphia. I was like, well, he didn't say he was coming to Philadelphia. He was like, oh, I'm going here, I'm going there, and I really want to go to, I have a trip planned for Philadelphia, and I want to go to Great Adventure. And I was like, wait a minute, what? He was talking about being like 10 minutes from my home. And I got on the computer. I was like, I'm going to come and meet you. You are not going to Great Adventure. You can't go there. It's terrible. There were all gangs there. I'll tell you where to go. I know he wants to go to Love Park. Yes, I cried, but he's happy. He's coming to Philly in 2 weeks. Well, what? We're not sure. But is that why? Wait a minute. So he's leaving diamond painting to do roller coasters, which I'm glad that he's chasing his passion. I love it, because I did get that just like from months ago, that he's really into roller coasters. Party at John and Elisa. There's always a party here. Party at John and Elisa's. And so, like, I was wondering, the reason why I haven't been at was he was doing like one unboxing after another, after another, after another, after another. I'm like, what the heck is going on? I really don't see him diamond painting anymore. And when I see him diamond painting, then I'll jump on, even though I was catching all his unboxings. And I know that he changed the way that he was unboxing, like the way his method had changed. And it was like every day there was like a new unboxing, and I'm like, oh, I just have to like take a break, because I'm getting anxiety when I see like big stashes. That's my thing. I have to see if I can get this where this slow chat is coming from. Oh, I hope I don't lose you guys. Well, here's the problem. I'm touching the screen, and screen. Oh my God, what is wrong with this girl? I'm still used to my. Okay. Participants, moderation, timestamp, pop out, send feedback. All right. It's not there. Let me see. Is it in my settings? Like, why can't I get? Will you be buying any tomorrow? I want chicken and cutlets. Isn't that just one thing, a chicken cutlet? It's all been vlogs the last 3 months or so, walking Apollo and talking about new plans. Oh, he popped in last time. Oh, wait a minute. Why settings is just saying monetization. I don't know. Overlay for breaks. Save. Well, where's the rest of the settings? Are there breaks here? Are there breaks going on? You don't have access to this feature. Why can't I have access to the feature? I'm the owner. I don't know why there's a bunch of dots on the bottom. Let me see. Edit. Oh God, I hope I don't lose you guys. How do you want to go live? Customization, live chat replay. Who can send messages? Anyone. Oh, message delay. Let's take this off. It's off. It's off. I found it and I didn't lose anybody. Chat away. Oh my God, sorry, you guys. I learn something new every time I'm here. I used to love his walks because I would say, okay, Anthony's going out for a walk. I'm going to. Going to. And I would put my headphones on and I miss walking my dog. I miss walking Honor. And I would listen to Anthony while he was walking. And Anthony would take a good long walk. And so I would walk. And I just love Apollo. And I just love when Anthony had the drone out. And I can't imagine where he lives. And I know that he has stayed at where he lives. And um when he went to someplace and the drone, I was like, you and Apollo look like the only two people on earth. You look like that. You look like that movie. What was it with Will? Um, and it was just him and the dog. What's his name? Golden, Colorado. He lives in a beautiful, beautiful place. And I can't remember what's his name. Will Smith. Will Smith. What was that movie that he did where he was like the last man on earth and he only had the dog? I'm like, you look like Will Smith. In a movie. So gorgeous. Should I be chatting down here? Okay, let me put a chat here. We love you, Anthony. Well, I think that even if you just go and subscribe to his channel and show some support, um, that that's enough. Just so that he gets his numbers. I don't know if Anthony was ever monetized or anything like that, but I think it's so cool that he is chasing what he loves, roller coasters. He's such a little boy at heart. Oh yeah, the slow-mo keeps you. Oh, Gabrielle's putting her grocery delivery away. So you guys, I did make another video. I don't know. I think I was in Florida and I was just out of my mind. I don't know what I was doing. Melissa Sparkles in the Woods. He has loved them since it was a kid, but hasn't really gotten to explore it. Chasing that passion. Yes, he's encouraged us to follow him there. So I'm going to encourage you guys too. I can't do roller coaster rides anymore. I don't know. I just saw one on YouTube where people were like stuck up there and it was raining. Oh, I think it stopped because it was rain. It was like a thunderstorm. Oh my God. I can't even say it out loud. It was like a thunderstorm and they were all stuck on the roller coaster. I'm like, could you imagine? Oh my God. I can't do rides anymore. Are you kidding me? I'd be in vertigo. I'd be on the floor. I got up the other day and I was like, oh God, don't let me call John. He was out of the house. My husband's a lot of energy. If you haven't met him, you will, because he's now going to be reading in the members section. But Gabrielle just left to put her groceries away. And I'm going to go over and sub him too and say hello. Um, we went to go visit friends while we were in Florida, and one of my husband's friends lives near Disney, and he's like, "I go to Disney every day," and I'm just like, "Yeah, we can live vicariously through Anthony." Oh, I hope he does videos of him on roller coasters. That's so cool. No rides for me. Mm-mm. I got up one morning when my son was little, and probably doing rides or whatever. I don't know. I had to go to work, and I got up, and as soon as I sat upright out of bed, I thought I was on the ceiling. I had to crawl, and Josh was like 5 years old, and I had to move a chair near the phone because the phone was on the wall. Welcome to my age. And I had to help him get on the stool, and I had to tell him how to call grandpa. Oh my God. Oh my God. Terrible. Yeah, I'm not a ride person, but okay. Gabrielle's putting her delivery away. So I was in Florida. I must have been bored, must have been up, I probably couldn't sleep. Hungry root. Okay. Um, what happened when I was in Florida was that we went food shopping and we forgot salt and pepper and we forgot sugar. And I just never bought them. And I got off the salt and I got off the sugar. And so now I'm on hungry root and I think like, I'm going to be like, really, really healthy and I'm on the dose. And um, ordering hungry root is probably the best thing that I have ever done because I've done meal plans before. And let me tell you, I have been making meals for my husband and my son this week, and they are over the moon with everything that I make. Everything. I'm like, what kind of food have I been eating? Because this food is so good and it's so fresh and it's so wonderful and delicious. I don't know what the heck I've been eating my whole life because it is just incredible. Now we're getting Papa. What are you guys talking about? Isn't it? Let me tell you something for vertigo, and you can get it at your local store. Bonine. Wait, bonine, Bonine. It is for seasickness. So you can't take Ativan, neither can I, because it knocks you out and everything else. Get any kind of medication for seasickness, and you are not going to be tired, and it's going to alleviate your vertigo symptoms. Well, I have blood pressure issue also. So it's been a while since I have had to take anything for vertigo. Thank God I haven't had it. But I would ask, just ask your pharmacist, what can I take for seasickness that won't interfere with my blood pressure? And that's exactly what it does. And I've also been looking into, there's a girl that I watch on YouTube. What is her name? Her name is Brenda Montdragon. She's a chiropractor. And oh, you're so lucky. Not 90 over 60. Your blood pressure? Are you a runner or something? I haven't had blood pressure that low. I can't remember. Oh, God bless you. I forgot what I was talking about. The low blood pressure threw me. Wow. My doctor just gave me a second blood pressure medication because he's just like not happy with my blood pressure. But I have to tell you, I've been doing everyday dose, which is a mushroom coffee, and I feel fabulous. I am like, I did an espresso for the first time today in a week. Any Dramamine, if Dramamine is for seasickness, it would work. I've always used Bonine, Bonine. It's a little pink pill. I had to go. Yeah, because yes, thank God, no blood pressure issues and no diabetes here either. Um, what was I gonna say? Tell me about the mushroom coffee. Okay, so I do everyday dose. A friend of mine is a psychologist who also had ADD, and he was doing the Rise coffee. My cousin had everyday dose, and I was like, "Oh, Michael, I've been looking at this everyday dose. It's always popping up. Tell me about it." And he's like, "Well, I'll make you one." And that night, I was out with three maniacs, one being my husband, his cousin Michael, and Michael's cousin, Michael's girlfriend, Michael's cousin, Michael's girlfriend Kate, and they're all very high energy people. And I just was so chillax. They were all like doing their thing, and I just was like, huh, "Look, you guys are so." I was just so not dopey, not but clear, focused energy. I was having such a relaxed, nice time because my husband has a lot of energy, and at times I'm just like, "Can you take it down like 20 pegs, please?" But he just was. I was just like so chill. I was just loving it. I went home that night and I ordered a 90 day a 90 serving bag. Yes, 90 servings. I didn't even order the 30. I knew that I wanted it. It was so good. Gabrielle ordered it. I'll let her testify. She said that she was doing the Rise and that the dose has a better um, taste. But the more I do it, the more I am noticing that my energy is just clean. I'm more focused. A lot of times I forget things like and it comes back to me quicker. So I've been noticing like memory is better. And I've been noticing digestive, and I think that that's the big thing. Digestive issues with mushroom coffees are really good for digestion. So I've been noticing that too. What does mushroom coffee actually do? Is it calming? No medication. There's no medication in it. The daily dose is very calming, but not like you took an Ativan, and being that we're talking about Ativan, not there's the energy is clean, and I mean there's no jitteriness, there's no like I'm going to crash now because I need another cup of coffee. It's not like that. Um, it's just like I feel really focused. I feel like when I'm doing something, I'm not distracted. That's another thing. I thought that I was not distracted. I thought I was really a focused kind of a thinker, but I can get easily distracted when I'm doing something that I don't want to do. And I really didn't want to do the things that I did when John walked out of the house. Like I had things to do around the house. I was like, no, I need to get ready. I would be like super anxious. I'd be like, no, I got to get ready. I'm having a live. I'm doing it for the first time on my laptop. I got to make sure. I was very calm, very relaxed. I did things. I put my laundry away. I cleaned up the bathroom because he was in there. I don't know what he's doing in there, with the hair, and I don't know what he's doing. And he left all things all out. And then I went downstairs and he left things all over and I picked everything up. And I was like, before I come up the steps, I just want everything to be nice and neat. I want it to be neat for when he comes home. I put all the laundry away. I made the bed. I didn't get a chance to do that today. And then I came in here and I was just like, you know, 3 minutes before I had to turn on for 7 o'clock, I was like, what are you doing? You made a big mess over there now. And you have to get to your stash that people wanted to see. And here's another one that I'm doing. Um, this is wait, Michael David Ward. Michael David Ward. Incredible artist. Oh my God, you guys, he is incredible. His background in movies and just incredible. He's going to be absolutely going to be a masterclass. I've done so much background research on him. I'm in love with him. I'm in love with this canvas. But I got to tell you, if it was November, I don't know if I'm going to do it. I can't do any more of these tight designs from Dreamer Designs. And is this a round or a square? I'm about to cry because I love this artist so much. But if it's a square, I'm telling you. Are you doing this one, Karen? Oh, Karen, did you start it? Gabrielle likes to dose. It tastes incredible. Incredible. It tastes incredible. Now, my cousin Michael, I'm so much of a coffee freak that I've opened my own cafe. It was a dream of mine. I did it. I trained with La Colombe. If you know the La Colombe name, that's who I trained with. And Michael, what he would do is he would put a serving of the dose. He would put 2 tablespoons of half and half. I have a video, and they give you the whipper, and he would whip that up into like a creamer, okay, and then he would make us coffee, and we would put that on top. And I was like, this is like, there's no aftertaste, there's no funny taste, there's no bitterness, there's no acidity. It is so good. You know, sometimes with coffee, it upsets your stomach. This is not only not upsetting my stomach, I've always had stomach issues, digestion, GI, and all that, and from being nervous and anxious. Um, None of that, and no aftertaste, no problem afterward. I used to have to take a not a probiotic. What was I taking? Like a Zantac every day. My job gave me a bleeding ulcer, and so I was on a Prevacid and Prilosec for like 6 months every day, both of them, not one, both of them, and then Pepcid too. And I just thought, I'm never going to be able to eat again, never going to be able to taste anything again. It was that bad. And I was like, I love coffee. I'm not going to be able to have coffee anymore. This is it's just so good. Like, I can't imagine not being with it and just not being. They sent me a creamer with the 90-day supply. And I'm kind of like weird about the creamer. The creamer is the collagen. Not that I'm weird about it. Like, I'm loving the dose so much. I'm like, should I just dump this in with the dose and mix it all together? So like it's coffee and cream already in there. I don't know. But I have used the creamer. I don't taste. I guess the creamer is supposed to be like, if you want to have your dose and you want to have it with cream, then you would do that. But how I do my dose is the way my cousin does it. I mix it with half and half. And then what I do is I use any kind of nut milk. I will then put almond milk and some ice, and I'm having it iced, and it's delicious. It's so good. Like, I can have it before I go to bed. I'm sleeping better. I'm so sleeping better. It gets to a point where I'm just like, I'm tired and I'm not fighting it. Because if you have a personality like mine, where your mind's always going, always going, always going, always going, always going, I lay in bed and I'm just like, blah, 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 blah. I'm tired. I go to sleep. It's incredible. I love it. I wouldn't be without it. Get a 30-day. I'm not an affiliate. I'm not making, anything off of this. Where's my phone? But I would absolutely try it. So they sent me the coffee, the creamer, and they sent me some to-go packages, which are like always in my handbag just in case. But I don't. I just have good energy all day long. And I was having that in the morning with the almond milk, dose whipped with half and half. Sometimes I put a little cardamom. Sometimes I put a little cinnamon, and then I fill it up with milk. I give it another zhuzh. I put ice in it, put the lid on it. You can put honey in it. I put agave if I'm feeling like I need a little sweet, I'll put agave, and then I'm good until lunchtime. I'll do another one. And like, not that I'm looking to skip breakfast and lunch. I'm not, but I guess because I'm drinking almond milk, I'm full. But then I'll eat something like maybe in mid-afternoon, like a yogurt, and then I'll have dinner with my boys, with John and Josh. That's what's going on. I wonder if my son's here. He's busy texting me. Okay. I saw you made a dose on video. Does everyone add it to their coffee, or is it a lot of people do dose with just water. They put their daily dose in and they mix it with water. Now, when I saw my cousin do that, I'm like, you're making a Dalgona coffee. That's what you're doing. If you were to take freeze-dried coffee and put a little hot water and whip it up, it's going to make a coffee crema, real thick coffee. And then you put ice in it and you put milk. I'm like, you're actually making a Dalgona. Yes. Oh my God, I got that one. And Karen hasn't started it yet. So some people just do it with water. I haven't tried it yet, just with water. I like having it with milk. I am waiting for, Tracy says I want a Curtis. I am waiting for Sacred Heart. That's my next one I want from Curtis. I absolutely love it. Mix it with regular coffee or ice. It tastes good, better than Rise. I've heard a lot of people say that it is better than Rise. So you make a cup of coffee and add dose to it. I was doing that. Now I'm off the coffee. Today I was in the, today, did I have it today? No, last night I was in the mood for an espresso. I have so much espresso now because I have an Nespresso machine and I have so many pods of espresso. I'm like, John, you want an espresso? Maybe we'll have like an affogato. And so I put a little vanilla ice cream in a cup and I poured a shot of espresso over it. And that was our dessert. And I was up. I was up during the night. And espresso has less caffeine than tea, and it has less caffeine than coffee. They all have more milligrams of caffeine than espresso. Espresso, because it is roasted for so long, the caffeine burns off of it. It's kind of like alcohol. When you cook with alcohol, the alcohol burns off, not all of it. But if you are, the longer you roast your beans and the darker your beans are, the less caffeine that is in there. People think espresso is, oh, I'm going to be all wired. No, espresso just means that when you get a shot of espresso, and it is a shot because you're supposed to drink it very quickly. That's espresso. Drink fast. Drink fast. Okay, I really want a Curtis. Gabrielle likes it both ways. I'm going to try that tomorrow morning. Maybe just try with a cup. The brand name is Everyday Dose. Okay, I take daily antacids too. Just had a hysterectomy on Friday a week ago. I'm ready to feel better. Well, I don't take antacids every day, but this past week I have not taken one of my, oh, it's a little blue pill that my doctor says, oh, you know, if you're going to drink coffee, like have this before. It's kind of like a Prevacid. That's what it is. It's like a Pepsid. But it's prescription, you know. If I was going to have a glass of wine, I would have to take the pill for my stomach first. So I did have a glass of wine yesterday. No, I had the espresso yesterday. I had a glass of wine today. And usually it's just like the acidity, but I do use an aerator, but this was white wine. So maybe it was the night before I had a glass of white wine. John and I went to a wine tasting. And that's right. And he made spaghetti aioli. And the gentleman that sold us the white wine, the Chardonnay, said, when you have this wine, have it with spaghetti and clams or spaghetti aioli. And that's all we had in our brain. And we had the wine. It was absolutely delicious. Went very well with the pasta. And usually pasta would make me feel bloated and wine would make my stomach feel sour. No problem. No problem. There is 45 milligrams of caffeine in it. Yes. What else? I had the same, Melissa, when I was 40. I'm so sorry. I think the pack that they have is a 30, but they will send you, if you do the starter kit where it comes with the coffee, the creamer, I think it's the creamer, the whipper, they'll send you sample packs, like 5 of them that you put in your handbag. Hi, Min! How are you? Hope you feel better soon. Tracy, I'm 49. Okay. Melissa, I hope you feel well quickly. Yeah. I feel so bad that you had to go through that. Well, listen, I quit coffee once, and I will tell you why. I quit coffee because at one time everybody was doing the Atkins diet. Everyone. And, you know, the guys that were doing it that I knew, like in a month, they were back in their high school jeans. Guys just burn calories, energy very quickly. And I was like, lost a pound, gained 2 pounds, lost 3 pounds, gained 4 pounds. And by the end of the month, I was just right back where I started. And the following month, the same thing. And the following month, the same thing. Now I'm going back and forth to New York, and I look at the back of the book of the Atkins diet, soft paperback. I look in the back and it says, come and visit us at the Atkins Center. I was like, oh yeah, I'm coming. I'm coming because you're going to give me an answer as to why I am following this book to the letter. And one of the things you have to do on Atkins is that you have to detox from coffee. It was the worst detox. I have never done drugs. I've never done, but I am addicted to coffee, and I went cold turkey. And I felt like there was a little man in my head with a sledgehammer that was just constantly banging on my temples. That's how the headache could not be relieved in any way. My joints hurt. I was lethargic. I literally felt coffee leaching out of my body. That's how bad it was. So I heard Stevie Nicks talk about, getting off of cocaine and Klonopin. And like, I remember her saying, if anybody wants to put you on Klonopin, don't run out the door, because she was, who knows how she was taking it, but she had said that she hit her head or dropped something on her foot, and that didn't even feel it. So her withdrawal sounded like my withdrawal from caffeine. It is a drug. It is. And so I went to the Atkins Center, and they said, what kind of insurance do you have? I was like, Blue Cross Blue Shield. This was years ago. And I actually sat and met Dr. Atkins. He was a doctor like any other doctor. He was like your family doctor, like the doctor that was in your neighborhood. He was so cool. He wrote on pieces of paper, no computers. He was remarkable. He was unbelievable. And I had not had a carb or a cup of coffee in like over a year, and yet my weight would not budge. And he said, I'm going to sit with you all day long because I don't understand. And he sat with me all day long and did a battery of tests, like every hour on the hour, testing my saliva, blood, sugar. And it took him 2 weeks to send these tests out. And it came back that my testosterone levels were 30 times higher than the average woman. And everything else in my body was shot, like estrogen, progesterone, thyroid, everything was shot. Everything was like, how much estrogen do you have? 0. How much progesterone do you have? 0. Your thyroid, 0. But your testosterone, crazy. And so he got me leveled out. I hope I'm not talking to nobody. I don't see any messages anymore. Are you guys there? Hello? Is anybody here? No, Blonde Roast has more caffeine. Oh, yeah. Because it's later. Oh, and I love Blonde Roast. Love Blonde Roast. Yeah, but I cried when Dr. Atkins died because he slipped in Manhattan. He was walking. He slipped on black ice and he hit his head, and he never came out of his coma. But he sent me to a compound pharmacy. He looked at my blood work and he said, you need this, you need this, you need this, you need this, you need this. And I went to a compound pharmacy, Wilner Chemist on 52nd Street. I'll never forget. And then I went home, and you had to just put a little cream on your arm and rub it in. And like, by the time I was done doing this, I was like, and I laid down, and I had the best rest in my whole life, kind of like Snow White. I went down. Like, I didn't realize I was like holding my breath for as long as I was. Yes. Yeah. Now if I, oh, you had an Atkins experience too. The headaches are insane from caffeine. But I've had one espresso all week, and I've had my dose. So, I mean, I still have some caffeine in my system, but nothing like that cold turkey. And I was in my 30s when I did that. He was on prednisone when he died, which is why he gained weight when he was older. Oh, Dr. Atkins, I'll tell you, I worked with doctors my whole life in one career or another. And when I went into him, he didn't believe me when I was telling him that I was not cheating on this diet at all. I wouldn't even use like stevia or anything like that. And his wife Victoria made all the recipes for his book, and we would sit and chit chat, him and I. And one day he got real snappy. I was like, "Oh, you know what? Maybe you need to eat a carb." And he got so mad at me. He's like, "Anything you want, my wife can make. I got a recipe for it." I'm like, "I believe you. I believe you." But um, he was working on the time that he died. He was working on a cure for diabetes. That was more than weight loss. He wanted to cure diabetes. Yeah. Well, yes, not only will you develop heart palpitations, your heart is a pacemaker and it can throw it off. I was doing so much caffeine at one time in my life because I love it. I literally sat down and thought about how many cups of coffee I had in a day, and it came up to 13. And I had an erratic heartbeat, went to the hospital, and the doctor said to me, "Are you in college?" And I said, "No." He said, "You look like the college students that come in here if they're taking multiple doses of no dose because they're cramming for a test. I don't know what they're doing today. I'm sure they're not doing no dose, but he said, you look like you look like you're addicted to it's something more than just caffeine." And I threw my pacemaker off. And so my heart would skip a beat. I would actually feel it in my chest. It would go, and it's pretty scary. And then I started to feel like I had hiccups in my heart. Like my heart was like literally hiccuping. And I had to just knock it off. I had to knock it off, you know. Oh, did I put an eggplant parm recipe up? Was I making parm? I gotta tell you, there's a girl on you. She's on YouTube. She's on Instagram. She's called the Burrata Babe. She's from your neck of the woods, Gabrielle. She's wild, and she's very honest about the fact that she's a Weight Watcher and that she's a volume eater. And she's like, the best eggplant is at my mother's house, and her mother cuts really thin slices of eggplant, dips it in egg. I don't know if she dips it in flour, dips it in egg and breadcrumb and fries it. And I've never fried my eggplant, but from watching this chick, I'm frying my eggplant now. She's got me frying eggplant. I love it. And vodka sauce and Botticelli vodka sauce. I just found it because it was only up in New York. And I think I went, did I go through that with you guys? I didn't, because I was talking about Hungry Root and I was talking about um, the jar sauce. I would never thought that I would make, I never thought that I would buy as a Sicilian a jarred sauce. But I'm like, why is this Sparata Babe going on and on about this Botticelli sauce? All these kids today don't know nothing. She's not kids, like probably in her third, she's probably in the 30s, 40s, maybe. And I looked in the back and the ingredients are like tomatoes, olive oil, basil, salt. Like what I would do. So I haven't opened that jar yet, but she's a big sauce queen. She's a saucy kind of a girl. She loves her sauces. Try it. Oh, I hope. I mean, I love coffee too, but I don't like when coffee walks out of my life and it, at the end of the day, and I feel like, oh God, it's too late for another cup of coffee, or my stomach is sour, or I crash because you get that. Let me tell you, there was a time in my life that I would make perked coffee on the stove, get done, oh, you got to get up, you worked all day, you got to make dinner, and then you make dinner, and then you got to clean up, and the kid still has his homework to do. And I would be like, okay, everybody out of the kitchen, and I would make perked coffee on the stove, and I would have a cup of coffee while I was cleaning up and getting everything ready, and then I was like sipping around the house, maybe I'm doing a little laundry, getting things ready for the next day, blah blah blah, blah, and go to bed. I could go to bed after that and go to bed. And now I can't do that anymore. I can't do that. Oh, you did it in the air fryer. My son, that's why he's torturing me right now. He's like, Mom, my air fryer's coming. Please listen for the door. Why are you sending it here? You don't live here. But he said, I think he said, oh, well, there's no message from him. He said it's still out for delivery, which means my UPS guy is coming at 9 o'clock. He's saying it's still out for delivery. I'm just going to say it and keep me posted. Keep me posted upstairs. Watch on live. Maybe he'll tune in, my son. maybe he'll tune in, say hello to his mother. He was here today for dinner. Gabrielle with those, I'm not sure why, but I suddenly don't want sugar. Neither do I. Neither do I. I got off the sugar when I was in Florida, and I switched to my True Blue agave. I like agave. And today I didn't want it. I didn't want it. I didn't want any agave, but there's so many amino acids that are in this coffee that I think that's why I don't want sugar. And I was telling you guys, maybe last week when I hired my barista for when I opened Petalbell Cafe, I hired the first girl. She was from Australia, and she was a doctor of neuropathy. Am I saying that right? Because it never sounds like I'm saying it right. And she said to me, she was young too. She was like in her 20s. She said, you're very moody. And I was like, oh, am I really? Oh, okay. And she's like, yeah, you really are. Like, I watch you and all you do is drink espresso and eat sugar. I'm like, yeah. And, want to go back to Australia? I love her. I adopted her. And, she said, let me put you on some natural vitamins. And they were all L something like L-theanine. And I know that that's in there. L-creatine, L this, L that. And after about a month, and she was such a doll. I lived above the cafe. She would come in every morning and she would have my chef she would say, make Elisa 2 eggs, make her some toast, make her a spring mix salad. And I'm going to bring her up 1 espresso. And I was like, she came up with this big salad with eggs, maybe a slice of bacon, a piece of bread with butter on it. I'm like, I can't eat all this. She's like, eat it. I'll meet you downstairs. And so I was like, let me just humor this kid. And I did it for a month. And she said to me, I think you need to stop taking the, if any of you know, it was a big thing at the time. It was a big natural supplement that people were taking to bust through sugar. Can't think of the name right now. But I was like, I'm not taking that. And I was like, I take 1. She's like, stop taking it 3 times a day. Take it like just once a day. I'm like, I'm only taking it once a day. And she's like, I remember her saying, it's the L-theanine. Then you're already detoxing from sugar. And when I noticed that this had L-theanine in it, I was like, yep, I don't want the sugar. I just don't want it. And I think that things start to taste unnatural to you while you were while you were putting your groceries away, Gabrielle. I did a video, but I think I deleted it, of my Hungry Root delivery, and I really wish I would have kept it. Maybe it's still in my OneDrive. I'll go and look. But food tastes different. It just tastes different. It just I'm eating a lot of Hungry Root. I'm eating a lot of organic and low sugar, low salt, and not missing, like, I'm starting to taste flavor in food that I really didn't taste before. So I'm going to stick with the Hungry Root too. Sticking with the Hungry Root. I absolutely love it. I made today chicken thighs that were farm raised, with none of the antibiotics or whatever they're giving our animals to eat. They were very small, but they were so flavorful. I did them in a pan with a little bit of olive oil. And then I took them out after I seared them on both sides. I took them out. They gave me a container of Jack's organic garbanzo beans, drained them, put them in the pan that I just took the chicken out of. And I cut up 1 shallot, sauteed them together, put the chicken back in, and then put fresh organic bag of spinach that they gave me, made that wilt down, cut a lemon, squeezed the lemon, put everything in the bowl, the spinach, the garbanzo beans, the shallot, put the chicken breast on top. And they also sent, I think it was called Fabtastic tzatziki sauce. My husband is a tzatziki freak. I said, John, I need that for a recipe. He was just eating it out of the jar. And then the other half of the lemon, and all their citrus comes from Wonder Citrus. I've never had citrus so flavorful, just so bursting with just like a lemon. I'm like, this is what a lemon tastes like? What the heck have I been eating? Well, I've been eating it tastes like Lemon Pledge. Like, just so tart and wonderful and fresh. And you squeeze that on top. And my boys, Johnny and Josh, were like, this is freaking delicious. I'm like, and I only had like a little chicken thigh and some spinach and garbanzo beans with the shallot and the fresh lemon and the tzatziki. It was freaking amazing. Amazing. This is my son telling me the package is outside. I believe it's 8:43 and they're delivering. Are they delivering? Okay. There is a line of test below the picture of your shirt. There is a line of test. I know. All you do is drink coffee and eat sugar. Haha, it sounds so much like myself. I'm eating better. Yeah, I'm drinking tea. I want chocolate chip cookies. Well, if you were here with me from the very beginning, when I started Elisa Marie Designs, I would be like, you guys, right here, I have a coffee machine, like right next to me. Like, I was starting painting here. Here was the coffee. Here was an espresso machine. And after I got done with like an area that was just like, or doing a kit up, I would be like, okay, now everybody go take a break and go get a cookie. Cookie and chocolate. I told John was like, you're really moody. Who knows? Probably the mood was well deserved because probably something that he did. But I said to him, you are to carry chocolate with you at all times. You know how, like, when there's a fire and it says break glass, and to go get that, break the glass and pull it. That's what chocolate is to me. You should always have a piece of chocolate. And when I'm moody like this, you should just, like a baby bird, tell me to turn around and stick it in my mouth and I'll be fine. Chocolate all the time. Is this my son? What? Oh, they said that they attempted the delivery at 7:40. So he's got to go pick it up. Oh, we get it for you. That was my son just now. They did not. You guys have been here. You did not hear my doorbell ring. Now my mother's telling me she likes the names for the horses that I picked for the Kentucky Derby yesterday. There is a test below the picture on your shirt. Below the picture. Your shirt. Be a legend. This was the discussion in the beginning. My members will see that in tomorrow morning's video that's dropping for you guys at 7 a.m. I had a whole big discussion about this. Don't be a lady. Stevie Nicks never said this. She never said it. And next time you see me in this shirt, the don't will be magic markered off. I want chocolate chip cookies and tea. Sounds delish. Oh my God, this sounds like an episode from the movie Fatso. Remember when they all got started? Did you ever suck the jelly out of a donut and stick a Reese's peanut butter cup in there and then put it on top of your TV so that it gets warm? Oh God, please be okay. Oh, well, it's so, because she said every thunderstorm is a major event. Oh, yeah. Well, this morning when I was, Tracy, you're going to get the video tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock in the morning. I was brushing my teeth and I noticed, don't be a lady. I'm like, don't be a lady. Be a legend. Like, when was Stevie Nicks never a lady or a legend? And both together. And then I looked and I really felt like stupid. I'm like, because it says Stevie Nicks. I'm like, Stevie Nicks never said that. She never said that. Stevie Nicks was always a lady. She screwed around with Mick, but it was a band. Even though I don't know how she did that to Lindsay. I don't know how. Lindsay could still come to my house. John, go out for the evening. Lindsay's coming over. Oh gosh, I'm so glad I got 2 of these scanned. But I think the app, the Dreamer Design, Dreamer Diaries, is easy to use, but it's not scanning other diamond painting companies, and I'm almost sure that I read that. I think you could put them in, which is kind of like Gems Flow. When you had, if you had Gems Flow, um, there was something with like Gems Flow. You had to put your drills in one at a time. Now that's one thing that I don't think that this thing has. I don't think that they have a list of of the actual gems that you um the gems. What am I talking about? The drills. So with Gems Flow, you actually could have put all the DMC codes in. You had a running list of what you had, which I like that, but I still like the way that I do my kit up. Where is this thing at? Dreamer Diaries. Okay. So let me see. Not started. So Daydreamer, Tiger's Heart. They're really just telling you the dimensions, round with 50 colors. Oh, this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to scan this because is there information on a Dreamer Design box that tells you if it's round or square? And if not, why not? And I think that they should have this on here because I think that if you wanted to get a kit for someone, you should be able to you know, we all know that squares are a little bit more difficult. You might want to buy just a round. It doesn't say Queen of the Raptors canvas size. It's a square. I'm going to kill myself. Um, and it doesn't say either on this information that you're scanning when the canvas is from. So it should say when the release date is. And it would be nice, like number of colors, 65, but it doesn't give you a list of what the colors are. So back to the drawing board, Dreamer Design. I think for $7.99 a month, we need to have that information on there. Okay, so I am going to Jules in the Rain. I went on the hunt for this. And where was this quote that Stevie Nicks said this? And everything that came up was that she didn't say it, but they were paraphrasing something that she did say. Or maybe I still have it on here. Maybe I could find it in my search. Let's see, because oh no, I saved it. I took a screenshot of it. Let me just show you. I'll read it to you. What she actually said. Okay. While the quote, "Don't be a lady, be a legend," is often attributed to Stevie Nicks, it's not a direct quote she has been documented as saying. While she is known for her strong independent persona, there is no record of her using this exact phrase. It's more of a popular interpretation of her style and message. Here's a more detailed look. There's no evidence that, not a direct quote, Stevie Nicks has never said the phrase "don't be a lady." Popular interpretation. The quote captures her desire to be different, stand out, and be forced to be reckoned. And I didn't get the bottom of the quote, so let me see if I can get it in my search. What was I searching? Because this did have the what she actually said. I'm like, well, that makes sense that they would paraphrase it, but boy, did they paraphrase it. Did they really paraphrase it? Let's see. Okay, here it is. So, Stevie Nicks is known for her mystique. The quote has become a mantra for many, particularly women, encouraging them to be true to themselves and make their mark on the world. Well, I don't understand. Why can't you be a lady and be a legend? Oh my God, it just pisses me off. Where's the quote? Oh, here it is. Here's the quote. I said, instead of going in the direction that a lot of women singers are going in, revealing, I'll be very, very sexy under 18 pounds of chiffon and lace and velvet. I will have mystique. And from that, they got, don't be a lady, be a legend. But they can't attribute it to where she said it. Okay, so that's what I found. I entered a ton today, but only was able to scan one Dreamer's kit. I like it, but I only made a dent in my stash. I will scan the app. I will scan into the app round or square. Have to go. Bye, Crispy. This has been a good chat. Hope to catch up with the rest of the rerun. Is there any way to get to see the chat later? I never can. Yeah, on a replay. I would imagine, but I'll look into it. Maybe it'll be better now that I did this on a laptop and not on my phone. Oh my God, what did I touch? I don't think there's a way to see chat, which is why creators read the comments out loud usually. Are you guys not seeing this? Melissa said I have a t-shirt of the Fleetwood Mac rumors, Jewels in the Rain, Diamond Painting. Thank you, Elisa, for explaining. I can see. Oh, I was going to say, because when I'm on my phone, you guys are saying here right in the chat, and we can see it. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm not sure, Jules or Lorraine, if that's actually true. I feel like anymore, I was on Instagram today and I came upstairs at around 2:00 and I went and laid down and I put on Instagram because these people that are doing these reels, I don't know, some of these reels are just so funny and I was hysterical laughing. There was a kid sitting at the table and he had Parmesan cheese in a grater and he was grating it on his spaghetti. And then all of a sudden he just put his head back and went like this, right into his mouth, shaving some Parmesan. And he was cracking me up. And of course, my son and my husband heard me laughing. And so they were like, oh my God, what is she doing? She's relaxing. She's giggling. Oh, let's call her downstairs and have some fun. But I was also looking at video clips that they say have been hidden from us on the moon landing, and they were outtakes of like a stage set fall. Like you just don't know what to believe anymore. And I just really believe, like, sometimes are we really just living in a matrix? And is it really true that we've been fooled like with so many things that we thought were one thing that are actually another? Anymore. So I don't know. Did Stevie say this? I don't know. But I've always heard Stevie say with a lot of interviews that I've seen her do, and she has the most beautiful eyes. Oh my God, Stevie Nicks. I love her eyes with just a downturn on the end. And when she broke up with Lindsay and she went out on her own, and I think Belladonna was her first album, and she was talking about how proud she was of that album because Lindsay has said, I always knew what she was trying to say, but she always had a hard time saying it. Or I always knew how she wanted it to sound. And like now he was not helping her anymore. So she was proud of what she accomplished with Belladonna. And she gave him the CD and they were at a party or something. And she said he put the CD on the steps of a stairway. And she's like, I watched him. I watched him walk by it. I watched him leave without it. And she was so hurt. And she was always hurt. You could always see the hurt in her when they had to sing Go Your Own Way. You could almost see her eyes were glassy. And she hated that line about, all you want to do is shack up. And she was just so hurt that he had that opinion of her. So I could never imagine her not being a lady. I don't know. I don't think, okay, wait, I still write that. Thank you for explaining. I can see. Not on playback. Okay, you are fine, fine, fine. Melissa, Christine asked if she could see comments on replay. You know why? I'm going to tell you why. If you go to the replay and you're looking at the comments, you'll see two little dots. And so here's the comment tray, right? And you see two little dots. If you just put your pointer in the comment tray and slide, you're going to see the live chat. You have to slide the comment tray over to the left, and you'll see these are the comments that happened on the live chat. I just found that out myself this week. Can't see comments on the playback, only the live. I'm sorry, I need to go. My family needs me. Bye, Melissa. Keep sparkling. I didn't know that either. I learned it I was looking for stars live that Jules and Lorraine were on, and I believe I left a message with Star, and I asked her, I don't know if she got back to me. And I believe also, who else had a live that I missed? Oh my God, I'm like, what is this walking in the room? It's Foofy. It said, oh, I know what it was. It was Ditsy's Diamond Den. Ditsy was nice enough to have the live chat on YouTube for Melanie, who's on a cruise, and Mermaids and Magic started. And if you wanted, I was like, oh God, I missed all the information on the live chat. But if you go to the comment section, it'll say to see what others have said, slide over, and you can slide it over. But I'll make sure, because now that I got the, what's it called? The slow-mo off. Now my brain is slow-mo. Hello, Mary. So, what do we think of the Dreamer Design app if you're using it? I might stay with it for 30 days, but I guess if you're not paying for it, all this scanning that I was planning on doing is for naught. And well, I'm like, well, what else would I use it for? Well, you can use it for a timer, and you can use it for entering into the giveaways that they're going to have. I guess for that, if you wanted to use it, that would be kind of cool. You can use it for the shuffle feature that they have if you don't know what you want to do, and you could shuffle and see, be like, pick my next canvas for me. I don't think I would ever do that. But I really would like to see a list of the DMCs, and I would like to know if it's a round or a square. Yeah, I think I would like to have that additional information on there. I just can't even imagine, what does it take to create an app? Create an app. Okay, it was my 2-year anniversary. I was looking at her lives, and I'm going to go to April 27th and watch that because I want to see you two guys on there and see how it's going. I love Star. I think she's so great. She's just such a bright starlight, starbright. It absolutely, she is. Just so uplifting, and I love these little graphics that she does and movies that she makes. She's so wonderful. Regarding the app, I'm a pen and paper gal. Yep, me too. I know that my notebooks will still be accessible 10, even 5 years from now, and I also thoroughly enjoy taking pen to paper and recording everything. Yeah, absolutely. And that's why I think Self-Care Sunday is as popular as it is because I talk a lot about journaling and writing. And there's just something when you put pen to paper, the head, the heart, and the hand go down on paper. And it's just so you retain more. I think you clear your mind more. And I do think that we're just looking at these things way too much. And I don't know. I think they did add a fun element to it. But now I'm starting to think, is it going to be worth it for me to download all this stuff on here? Like at what point would I access this app to say, let me try to pull it up again with one hand. This is what I need to know. It's always it always opens up to the shop page. That's fun. Well, I guess you could shop from there. You have your projects completed, hours logged, projects not started, diamonds placed. What is that? Projects, leaderboard, a shuffle, and a shop. So current competition started on May 1st and will end June 30th at 11:59 p.m. And then there's an all time, which is, this just started. So that might be a reason that you want to keep your, being that you're in on the ground floor, but is it worth $7.99 a month? I don't know. Or I think it's like $79 for the year. Oh, binge watching Blue Bloods. I had no idea that The Handmaiden restarted in April. And I don't know if I want to go back to watching it. Bye, Jules. Bye, Lorraine. Hello, everyone. Hi, Lisa. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Tracy. I Awaken with Elisa, so we didn't touch on that, but Awaken with Elisa is off to a rough start. She's off to a rough start. I was doing a daily reading with my members every day, and I was looking to see could I keep that pace. And opening up my journal and doing what my impression of the reading was, and everybody's impression I think is going to be different. But then I started to clean this room and I started to look at all the things that I have in here and how I would like to incorporate more of healing art therapy on Awaken with Elisa, whether it's, just rituals of getting up and making coffee, whether it's colored pencils, watercolors, sketching, collage work, making cards. I mean, I have so much stuff that I've done in my lifetime and things that I miss. I was going through a lot of my art journals. I was like, boy, I really miss sketching and look how good I was getting. Do I still have that muscle memory in my hand to do faces like this? And, just I think Awaken with Elisa is going to be heavy on Book of Awakening, but not a daily reading every day. That's what I think. So I'm anxious. No, I'm eager to see how the path unfolds in front of me with Awaken with Elisa. I like new beginnings. I like seeing how it's all going to create. I'm allowing it to create itself. So I am anxious to see what it's going to morph into. It's definitely going to be morphing into something. And I think for right now, I'm just going to allow Awaken to Elisa to piggyback off of my self-care Sundays. And I'm testing other things through. I'm so sorry that Jules and Lorraine left, because I know that they're starting their channel. And I'm trying out new ways of uploading my videos through a laptop to see if my reach is more than it is creating through a phone, to create on a phone, edit on a phone, upload on a phone. There are other elements to uploading on a computer, on a laptop, that I don't have on a phone. So I've been trying those new things out. It's just so confusing. Just don't leave for the roller coasters. Let's all go over to Anthony. Coaster, what is his name again? Coaster, and we'll all sign up for Anthony at Single and Placing. I just learned today is going to be ending his diamond painting channel. Coaster Pursuit for coasters. He's pursuing coasters, and from what I understand, he's going to be in Philadelphia for 2 weeks, and or 2 weeks from now, he's going to be in Philly, and hopefully, maybe I can send him out a shout out, get him a cheesesteak, get him a cheesesteak here from Philly. But I think he's going to. Which one did he say he was going to here? Oh, Six Flags. Yeah. I don't know. Hopefully they clean up their act over there. I know it was bad for a while. And I was like, you're not going over there over my dead body, young man. Are you going over to Six Flags Great Adventure or whatever? It got really bad there for a while. It was really like, give it a plug. Awaken with Elisa. He might, the last time I was on Anthony's channel, he had just met somebody. And that was going really well. And I just figured when I heard that he wasn't going to do Summer with the Masters, that he was taking some time to, spend with his new relationship. So this is all new to me, the roller coasters, and not his love for them, but that he's leaving. Yeah, but I don't think. Girl, did you see how many unboxings he's done this year alone? Where's he going? And he's doing Mayflowers. I'll have to pop in on Mia. I haven't popped in on her either. I just been so busy on my own end and so grateful that I have a community of diamond painters that I could bounce ideas off of and chat with and check in on me. And you guys are great about checking in on me also and checking, anytime you hear anything or, how's got text messages from you guys. How's vacation going? Are you having fun? It's always so nice to hear from you guys, always. And we have a lovely community here. Um, and and you guys look out for one another too. Um, it's always nice when I see you guys talking to each other. I just love it. I just love it, and that you've subbed each other's channels. That's always been great too. Oh, you found me through Anthony? Thank you. And yeah, I think what I'm going to do is sign off, jump in bed before John comes home, and have a little TV time myself, and go over to Anthony first. Coaster's Pursuit, Awakened with Elisa. And see you guys at 7 o'clock in the morning for my members. Look out for that video and some craziness. Believe me, it's craziness. And I just talked about my career in makeup and how I started my makeup line, why I started my makeup line, and who has done my makeup over the years. I had a few people do my makeup. And it's just really, for as big, what are we, 8-9 billion people on the planet, and we're all dancing on the head of a pin. You'll see the connections that I made through, I don't know, what is it? We're just networking. We're just, I don't know what it is. I get up every morning and I have my Holy Spirit necklace that I just got, and this prayer I've said from when I was little. Show me where I need to go. Show me what I need to do. Tell me what I need to say and to whom. And, it always amazes me how this prayer has always pointed me in the right direction, put me on the right path. The only time I was on the wrong path is when I wasn't listening. And has led me to people. And, sometimes you don't know why you need to say something, or you just have like I have this very strong feeling at times, like this, I have to say this to this person. I don't know why. And I will walk up to them and I will say, I don't know why I need to tell you this. And they'll be like, oh my God, I was just thinking of that today, or I know that person, or I read that book, or, I don't know why, but those connections have made so much of an impact in my life. So I just had to say that. Forever who's still here listening. I'm going to go jump in bed, my little foofy, put the air conditioner on ice cold, and wait for the boy to come home with a story. You guys are the best. You hang for 2 hours. I don't believe it. I don't believe I talked for 2 hours. I haven't talked for 2 hours since I was a yoga teacher. But anyway, okay, I'm Italian. We got to say goodbye 50,000 times. I'll see you guys in the morning and in the next one. As always, God willing. Bye.